one we created an S3 bucket as well. Okay, so today also we'll create an S3 bucket, but instead of creating a single bucket, we'll be creating multiple buckets, but with some logic. Like, what will be the logic? Rather than repeating the code, we will use some programming capability of Terraform, that is using for each. Okay, so it is just like a for command in Linux or any programming language, for each. So let's go back and create our code. So what I'll do is I'll create a directory called multi s3. I'll write the whole code, main.tf. So if you see here, we have defined provider, then we have defined a bucket name, okay, as a variable, okay, but it is as a, there are multiple buckets. We are adding it as an array, and we add array mostly in the square bracket, and we are just separating it using commas. Okay, so here we are defining a variable. Two variables are defined, bucket 1 and bucket 2, with some random numbers. Okay, and this is the main resource which we are creating. So if we don't use this for each, so what we are defining here is, for each value in this bucket, that is in this string. What is the string? The list. Okay, keep on creating the buckets. First it will create bucket 1, then it will create bucket 2. Okay, and this is the whole syntax. Okay, a bit complicated, but that's what this is, and we need to remember this for each. Okay, to set var dot bucket. So first it will create this one. So here we define the key. This is the key, and actually this is the key default, that is list is the key, and these are the values. These are two values. Okay, so for each key it is creating a bucket. So first it will create bucket 1, then it will create bucket 2. So let's run this code. Terraform init, Terraform plan, and Terraform apply hyphen auto approve. And this is also an interview question. They won't ask you the exact syntax, but they will ask you, if I want to create multiple resources, how I can do that. So one of the answers will be using for each. Okay, if I don't use this for each block, and if I have to create 100 buckets, okay, then I'll have to write this code 100 times, one below the other. Bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3, bucket n. Okay, so to avoid the duplication, we are using this, and just do Terraform apply, and it will create two buckets.
So, Greg, if here default under I want to random name,
Mm-hmm.
then how we can give this? So I have to create the 100 instead.
Yeah, that is given in one of the first exercise, how to create a random number. For that also there is a resource, and we created a
I see,
random
see.
number in that exercise. Okay, so it created the two buckets, bucket 1 and bucket 2. Now what I'll do is, I'll just go to the code and I'll add one more bucket, so it will create the third bucket as well. I don't have to write the whole code like this here. I can just modify this. What I'll do is, I'll just add a comma.
So it will create only third one, right?
Yeah, it will create only third one. That is the idempotency behavior of uh, infrastructure as a code. code tool. So bucket 3 April 24. So I think it will be a unique one. I'll just run the, we can run directly Terraform apply as well. Okay, initialization is already done. Okay, 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So it created the third bucket as well. You can go to the console and confirm it. Just click on S3. Okay, all the three buckets are created. Let's destroy Terraform destroy auto approve. Okay, we'll delete the other resources as well which we created earlier. Always run Terraform destroy, otherwise it affects the next exercise if we are using the same name sometimes. So I'll delete EC2 resource exercise as well. Terraform destroy auto approve.